What are your views on ensuring that at least 15% of all energy comes from renewables by 2020?
It's absolutely crucial that we have the right drivers, the right levers in place to make sure that we boost the amount of energy that we get from renewable sources. We're facing a major energy crisis. It's important that government takes action now, and 2020 is not a minute too soon.
Working with companies to ensure that we provide, as we are aiming to have 50% of our overall energy by 2020, as we're committed to in our manifesto, being from renewable sources, 40% of our electricity being from renewable sources. I think it's absolutely essential if we're going to achieve the targets that we have on CO2 emissions and to creating a greener economy, creating the jobs of the future, which are green jobs, creating the industries of the future, which are low carbon industries, and we have to be committed to renewables and to supporting those industries as we're doing.
What are your views on putting the UK on track to reducing greenhouse gas emissions by at least 40% below the 1990 levels by 2020 through strong domestic action?
Well, we have policies which are actually linked that. It's one of our targets. I really want to see us looking much more at all the forms of transport we have, getting rid of our nasty, polluting, older buses and bringing in really green, attractive buses that actually people want to ride in as well. So it's carrot and stick, and encouraging people to do that, encouraging the investment in buses.
For Britain to prosper and for the economy to come out of this recession. The overriding thing to stress is that unless we're very careful, we're just doing this on our own and we don't make very much difference with the percentage of the world population that we have here. So what's absolutely critical is is to make sure that we use our influence on the international bodies to come up with binding international agreements.
What are your views on providing the UK's fair share of finance to the developing world in addition to existing commitments on overseas development aid?
I find the fact that the British government allocates £40 billion a year now to the military, to providing armies to go out and fight, totally abhorrent, and I would hope that at least some of that £40 billion in the very near future would be allocated to overseas aid and development.